Alright guys, here's what we're looking at. So you have your Camaro. This is the driver's side. I had a bad motor. You can see it's cracked there. And this is the bracket that the motor sits on, and that sits underneath the housing, which is here. So the issue that I found, and a lot of people found, this is the driver's headlight. And you'll see as underneath, that's where the motor would sit. Here's the instructions. This is the second set of motors I've gotten, and they haven't fit correctly on the driver's side. They're sold through Summit. The first set I bought was through Camaro Central. Doesn't matter who you buy them through, they're all the same company that you get, is what I found out. They all come from OER. And then here's the brand new motor. And the issue that you're going to have with this motor is, you can see here, it's going to sit on the bottom side of that headlight bracket. And what happens is the box here, that aluminum box, makes contact with this end of the spring, and this protrudes out also. So that's your problem. That doesn't allow you to place this in its proper location because the side of the box hits. It's difficult to see here, but once I get it up there, it's actually off by a ½ inch. Actually, matter of fact, I got it upside down. I apologize. The motor goes inside. It actually goes like this. So as you can see, somewhat close, but that box is hitting it. So what I'm going to do is, I'll come back on the video and hopefully it works out correctly. But I'm just going to take some bit I got from Harbor Freight, threw it in my drill, and try to clearance out that side a little bit. Instead of damaging this, I'd like to avoid that. I know these motors are 160, 70 bucks, kind of pricey, but this is the original headlight housing. I'm doing a restoration, half-ass restoration, and I just don't want to damage this. So if it works, then I'll obviously be back in this video to show you how much I had to clearance and how we got it to fit in there. Okay, I went against what I wanted to do. I did clearance a whole bunch of it. I just took a tiger paw. I actually pulled this whole piece, pulled the bracket off, and then first I tried to use a cut-off disc, just the edge of it, to grind it down, but it was taking forever, and I was nicking the side of the bracket. So I took a tiger paw, pulled the motor off this bracket, and just went to town. If you can see on that bottom lip right by my thumb where it's starting to get the edge of that box. So I decided, okay, I'm done. That's as far as I want to go. I just want to take a little off. So I told you I didn't want to beat on this thing, but I lied to you. But good news is it wasn't very difficult. I think I have like a 3-pound hammer here. All I did was, here's my nice cheap Harbor Freight vise. You can see that little indentation there, but all I did here was bear with me, I only have 2 hands, so I set the edge just like that right there so it was flat, and I took my 3-pound hammer and I just went right on top of that spring, and I just did probably 3 or 4 little firm whacks. You know, nothing crazy. I don't want to bend the housing, break the housing, so you can, well, it's probably hard to tell, but it just pushed it down, just the edge of that tip of that spring down, just maybe 1/8 of an inch. Not much, but just enough now to where, with this being clearanced, well, the other side, the other nice thing is you get a little room. Once you take off these nuts, you can move it. It's less than 1/8 of an inch, but as you can see, before, this housing was, well, you can see from that nut, you can see from that there threaded post, it was higher, but that underneath there, that aluminum was underneath this bracket. So you get a little room, just loosen up and moving the motor just a hair. So I guess with clearancing that, loosening those up, moving the motor up, and then whacking that a couple times, I would say I probably got you see all the holes line up now. To me, this has been the least invasive of, you know, trying to avoid damaging the original housing. But there you go, driver's side does fit. You know, I'm sure there's guys that just whack the shit out of this piece and smash it in because you're never going to see it. I didn't want to go that route, so, you know, whatever. It took me an hour, it took me 45 minutes, but at least it fits up there. So